Guys, welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Drop your elephants and crowns in the chat. We are live on multiple platforms. Guys, welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Drop your elephants and crowns in the chat. We are live on multiple Welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the chat, be sure to drop your elephants and your crowns and let me know where you're watching from. This is our weekly TLC Takeover Tuesday. TLC Takeover. Last week you had to do it on a Wednesday, but it is what it is. Things get busy, but I had to stay on schedule this week because, as you know, it is a holiday week here in the States. I don't know what could be happening around the world, but it is Thanksgiving here, and there's so much to be grateful for. And if you're watching the replay of this, or if you're in the live chat, let me know what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for our growing community of just incredible voices, incredible minds that are sharing your experience. If you missed any of the videos that I already posted today, be sure to check that out. We had a story about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We had a story about Portia. We also had oh, well, you know, since I said it, might as well. And we just did a story on an update in regards to Wendy Williams. And when you hear that story about Wendy Williams, the first thing that comes to mind is to be grateful for your health. People wanted to know the song that I was just playing. It was by Delbany, is the name of the artist. The name of the song is De Melo Amor. Look at me trying to do some Spanish. So shout out to them. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. If you are or if you're part of our membership here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, shout out to you guys, to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel, so we had someone that became a member during this live chat, head on over to TheKempire.com for more details. And shout out to our texting community. Someone asked, have I heard from Tawanda? And if you don't know who Tawanda is, you might want to listen back to our Sunday recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. No, I only heard from her via text after the live. No screen caps of her conversation. So who knows? So be sure to check out. That was a fun conversation as well. Okay, let's get into this. This is our Tuesday TLC Takeover. If you don't know what we're talking about, TLC, the network. 90 Day Fiancé is one of our favorite shows to cover, but we also watch other shows on TLC, including I Love a Mama's Boy, but that's over. But I'm also watching the 90 Days, The Single Life. I'm watching the Family Chantel. But tonight, this evening, we are going to recap the Family Chantel and 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. And if you missed our recap that I did with Up and Adam and Down with Jason earlier today, be sure to check that out on Up and Adam's channel. That was a lot of fun because we talked about a variety of different things. Shout out to everyone that's in. What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Love it, love it, love it. Ohio's in the building. Chicago's in the building. New York, stand up. Yonkers, Hollywood, Florida. What's going on? Sweden, what's going on? But we appreciate you all being here. Alex says, Thanksgiving happened last moment for the rest of the world. Happy Thanksgiving to my American friends. Yes. It is, Nora, it is cold in New York. Very, very cold. I'm not leaving the house, even though I probably need to. Florida is in the building. Virginia, what's going on, Delsenia? Thank you so much, Delsenia, for the roses. TikTok, we are live on multiple platforms, guys. We are live on TikTok right now. We're live on Twitter, Twitch, and we're live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. And tonight, more than likely, it'll probably be around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be live on my Twitter, both Twitters, at TheKempire and Kempire Daily, making some, mashed potatoes. It's the holidays. So let's make them together. It's not my recipe, but it's a great recipe. I've made it before. So if you want to learn, follow me at TheKempire or at Kempire Daily on Twitter. It's going to be an exclusive live that will be happening there. As I said to you before, follow me on multiple platforms. We're doing exclusives everywhere. Sunday, we did an exclusive watch party for the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion part 3. We will definitely be doing that again this Sunday at 8:25 p.m. Eastern. It is the Nicki Minaj episode. And you never know. Nicki follows me on TikTok. She might be in the chat. You never know. So follow me on TikTok. Everything is at TheKempire. Mama B says, is it vegan? Probably not. Nope, it's not. It's not vegan. But I'll share that another time. I'll share that another time. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into our TLC takeover. Happy Tuesday, y'all. We will talk about 90 Day Fiancé in just a second. I have to get into the Family Chantel. Okay. The Family Chantel. Y'all know I've been on the fence about this season, but I think the season has officially started. Can I just say that I don't know if you guys watched the Family Chantel this week. I feel like the season just began. This is how they should have started the season. Pedro has went on to DR. He's having why did that car ride with Pedro and his sister feel like it was days? By the time they started, it was daylight. By the time that they got to where they were going, it was nighttime. Pedro's like, first of all, he doesn't approve of Alejandro. Alejandro, Nicole's boyfriend that lives here in New York. They got into a physical altercation. Nicole doesn't want to hear it because she's so in love and she's giving Alejandro a second chance. But Pedro is also on a mission to speak with his father, understand what happened between his father and his mother, and he wants to have a relationship with his father. He wants to have a relationship with his father. Understandable. But Nicole's like, I'm not interested. The last time I saw him, I already knew I'm not interested in that. And if you've ever been in a similar situation and you have siblings, everyone has a different idea of, do I want a relationship with this person or do I not? Especially at your grown age. Do you want to? Shantae says, I love Chantel's parents. They made this episode for me. I was just talking with one of my friends and I said, she said she's behind on the Family Chantel. I said, well, you can start with this episode. It was this episode. The previous episodes, I feel like if you don't watch it, you're not really missing much. You find out, River has a girlfriend now. I guess, is that his girlfriend? They kissed for the very first time. I don't think that's his girlfriend, but they're dating, I guess. She looks a lot older than he does. Not a lot older, but definitely older. He's only 23 years old. We'll get to that because I was like, I thought we were going to see the mom and the new girlfriend in the restaurant. We just got a little bit of that. That's next week. But Ja and Winter, I don't know what's going on, but the drama ensues for them next week too. They got engaged. Now they're going to tell the family. But before we get there, Nicole keeps saying that the relationship between Pedro and Chantel is broken. Girl, I don't think, look, in the beginning of their 90-day fiancé journey, Pedro and Chantel, they had a rough start. Especially, and more so for the family, not really for Chantel and Pedro. Of course, because their families were battling, it was difficult. But I like their relationship now. They just seem to have so much fun together. It seems very sweet and it feels genuine. There are so many pre-produced moments in the Family Chantel, but their interaction feels very sweet, very much their age. And I like them together. They're a handsome couple. I like Pedro and Chantel. And Pedro, as I've said many times before, he just seemed very angry on the show, but now we get this very lighter energy from Pedro, and he's funny and he's corny. I like Pedro now. I didn't know how I felt about Pedro in the past. I'm not sure how I felt about him in the past, but I definitely like him now. Chantel, I'm not too sure about, because Chantel is just sort of like, I'm like, Chantel, are you there? Gail says they've grown on each other. Yeah. Nora says they are a genuine couple. I love them together. Yeah, I feel like young love. I see them forever? Possibly. I look forward to them actually having kids and things like that. I like their relationship. And I don't usually like a lot of these people's relationships. Like Ja and Winter, and they've been together a long time, Ja and Winter. I don't know about that relationship. And it's not because of the religion. Everyone has different religions. When you marry into a situation, if that's what Winter wants for herself, good for Winter. I do feel that Winter, though, has low self-esteem. So some of her decisions are based off of her low self-esteem. I don't agree with Karen and Chantel, because it's so crazy how Chantel is now trying to be judgmental of everyone's relationship. But now that the mom doesn't have Royal and his messy wife to pick on and focus on their messy relationship, she has to choose, everyone else's relationship, which I'm okay with, because the mom said she had to put on BSR, bullish. What is it? Remover? I forgot what the R was. She had white gloves on. She had this, like, it was springtime hat. Mind you, it's around the holidays. I'm like, and then she's like, I brought scones for the unleavened bread. As can we use this instead of the unleavened bread? Again, I know a lot of it's pre-produced. She even made herself laugh during one of her confessionals. But I also don't think it's that pre-produced. I do think that Karen is a little touched. She's a little touched. Just saying. Ida says Winter is jealous of Chantel's has been jealous of Chantel her whole life. I can see that. They're very different. They're different body sizes. I think they're beautiful. I think Winter looks more like her dad, and Chantel looks more like her mom. But I can see why there might be this sort of, Chantel, has the look that most people would go for. But I think Winter's beautiful. But I think what Winter is lacking is that self-confidence. But Winter's beautiful in her own way. You know what I mean? But that's me. And she has a relationship. But I'm not sure about this relationship, because next week it seems as if that something really goes down between Ja and Winter, and her being submissive to him. Do we know what religion Ja is? Because I'm just sort of like, what religion? It feels like he's mixing all kinds of religion into one thing. Marsha says Karen is wacky by nature. It feels like it. That's why I say I know there are some pre-produced moments, but her moments feel genuine. Remember last season when she was out by her koi pond, and she was just sort of like looking at it, and they recorded it, and I was just like, what in the weirdness is happening right now? Sidebar, the family does go to DR, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Oh, Shantae, I saw this story. It kept on showing up on my Instagram. Juliana from 2 seasons ago, 90 Day Fiancé, is pregnant by her new man after separating from Michael. That's what he gets. Manufactured life and lying about stuff people never said or did. Yeah, I saw that. Ooh, messy, messy, messy. These 90 Day Fiancé people. It looks like Angela from 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After is still with Michael from Nigeria, because I saw them on my TikTok live. I was going through the lives, and randomly, Angela shows up, and Michael, he's still in Nigeria because he was in a separate location on live as well. Oh, thank you so much for the reminder, Allie. Don't forget, guys. It's the holidays. Don't forget to get your coldest water bottles. So many of you, most recently, have been tagging me that you got these as gifts for your family members. Lots of deals going on right now, but you can get 10% off when you use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. Keeps your water cold for multiple 36 plus hours, multiple colors, multiple sizes. Get your gifts today. Thanksgiving is this week. So you know Christmas is right around the corner. So get your coldest water bottle today. And back to this. The Family Chantel. As I said to you before, the season for me just began with this latest episode of The Family Chantel. And it really was all about the mom. We're going to see more of the mom and Chantel's interaction with River's new girlfriend, who we all believe is just doing it to be on TV. I don't believe that this is a real relationship. I don't think, look, I get it. They're doing it for TV. But in a normal world, would your girlfriend of a couple of weeks be meeting your parents? Some people do it. Wouldn't be me, though. It wouldn't be me, though. Monica is asking, is Michael in the States? From what I know, Michael is still in Nigeria. From what I know. Sonia says, I've seen this religion before. Yes, 12 tribes. Really? I never knew. Is it Sagittarius season officially? I guess so. What's today? 23rd? Happy season to the Sagittariuses. I know a couple Sagittariuses. I like Sag. All right, guys. TikTok, be sure to keep tapping your screens. That will get more people in the room. We're talking about The Family Chantel and 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. I did not get an opportunity to watch The Single Life yet, just because those episodes are so long. And that's without commercials. It's like an hour and a half of my life. I'm like, I don't got that kind of time. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way is already long enough. Just saying. But I have to say, with Pedro being back in DR, I'm kind of invested in what's happening with this story. I wonder if Alejandro, Nicole's boyfriend, will end up flying down as well. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if they're going to pay for him to do it. He seems like that type. But she's defending him. She wants to be back with him. She gets so angry with her mom and brother that she's like, you know what? Let's act as if we're strangers. Don't talk about him anymore. And then she walks out of the house. Mind you, she lives with the mom. So if you guys are strangers, you wouldn't be living in my house. Just saying, Nicole. I'm just saying. You're not living in my house. Oh, Alex says, and according to Angela last night on her live, she's no longer employed by TLC. Those words are very specific. She doesn't have a contract right now, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you see her show up on something else. Sorry, Michael probably won't be allowed to come to the U.S. I know. That's why I was surprised with Ari and Benny that she was able to get Benny here from Ethiopia. The way that the American consulate treats Africa is very different. Just saying. But definitely specifically Nigeria. So just because there have been situations, okay? Boxy says, why can't Angela get, I think I just answered this. Why can't Angela's Michael get in the States? And who knows what Michael's past has been? Has he been arrested before? That was never revealed on the show. I don't know. I don't know what his background is like. We really haven't gotten an understanding of why. And at the consulate, they can just decide, no, we're not doing it. Alex says, keep in mind that President Biden reversed many of Trump's Muslim bans from African countries. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about even before Trump. They weren't permitting a lot of K-1 visas from African countries. Just saying. Ariana says he deserves it at this point. I mean, he's been with D'Angelo this long, but remember, he makes money off of being on the show. Even if it's through Angela, she supports his lifestyle so much so that she says that, oh, I don't want you working. And apparently they're still together. So I'm not sure how they're making money or if she's no longer with TLC, but we shall see. I don't believe that the relationship between Angela and TLC is completely over. I don't believe that. I heard she was filming something too at one point. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Angela Deem does next. But since we're talking about Angela, we can move on to 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. But as I said to you before, I am in with the Family Chantel. To me, this week's episode is where the season begins. Everything before this episode, it kind of gave us what's coming. But Karen gave us a perfect episode. To me, she saved this episode. She really saved this episode. Hold on. Foxy says maybe Michael has a criminal record. That's why I said we don't know. We didn't hear it on the show. We've heard it about other people. So I think if he did, we would know. I don't know. Guys, we have over 100 people watching on our other platforms. So be sure to like this video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And don't forget to follow me on my other social media because there are exclusive content coming to those platforms. Everything's at TheKempire, at Kempire Daily, and at Kempire Radio. We are live right now on my TikTok. What's going on? Hey, from South Bama. Love it. You think Sumit will marry Jenny? I guess we'll start there. I was going to save Jenny and Sumit for the end, but we can go to Jenny and Sumit. Jenny and Sumit have been on this show for how many years? They've been together for almost 10 years. And all of the trials and tribulations that Jenny and Sumit have gone through, finally, after living with Sumit's parents, Jenny finally gets their acceptance, not approval to get married. They won't get in their way. The astrologer read Sumit's mother for filth. Sidebar, y'all. I found me an Indian astrologer. Stay tuned. So finally, we found out last week, and I went on a tangent last week about this. Sumit goes to his friend and admits to his friend the paperwork that they filed to get married, he withdrew. He withdrew it and didn't tell Jenny. Jenny finds out this episode. Jenny, though, I have to say, she got upset, but she was surprisingly calm. And I said, maybe this is a pre-produced moment, or maybe the Hare Krishna, she's been doing the chanting. I said, maybe it's working. No, it's not working. Not to say that it wouldn't work. I don't believe she's doing it. I just feel like it was a pre-produced moment because if you notice when Jenny goes into her home and then he comes to her and tries to, talk with her, she almost has a smile on her face. I implore you to watch it again. She has a smile on her face. Hold on, y'all. Let me just move this. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait a second. Wait. The 12 tribes, formerly known as the Divine Christian Community Church, the Northeast Kingdom Community Church, the Messianic Communities, and the Community Apostolic Order. Is that the church Ja's a part of? Mama says he's not in love. He did it for the fame. I really do believe that there's a love between Jenny and Sumit. I really do believe that there is some sort of love. I don't know what Sumit's issue is. I don't know if Sumit is hemming and hawing to continue his storyline for the season. And then, because based on the preview for next week, they do end up at least getting as far as the wedding ceremony. I'm not sure if it's a legit ceremony or if it's just, something that they're doing. But Jenny looks like she's getting married. I don't know. Yeah, Celia says, hold on. She says she's just too calm. We saw her blow up earlier in the season. So I thought her reaction was going to be just the same, if not worse. Like, you withdrew the paperwork. You have to remember the Sumit and Jenny's history. This man lied to her from the beginning. He catfished her. Then he went from catfishing her to lying about being married. And then his divorce, he was hemming and hawing about his divorce. And then he lost his passport. Well, not lost his passport. He said his passport was stolen by his ex-wife's family. So at this point, I think that they're using the show to live the lifestyle that they're living. They're not just living off of Jenny's Social Security. They're living off this Bravo check, this TLC check, which is not a lot of money, but it's a good amount of money to live well in India. Not in Palm Springs, where she's from. But everyone, I know what you're saying. Jenny, go home. That is the resounding comment that people have. Jenny, go home. At this point, I do want Jenny to go home. At the end of the episode, the lady at the temple was like, the only way he's going to believe you and make any sort of changes is if you actually do what you say you're going to do. Even though Sumit saying, I'm tired of her or using, oh, I'm going home as a threat. But obviously he doesn't take that threat seriously because he's like, she says it all the time. She says it all the time. Mind you, Jenny still is not permitted to go to any of the family functions. Sumit's nephew or niece is born, and he's like, they said next time she can't come to this particular one. So they haven't fully accepted Jenny. And at this point, I'm past feeling bad for Jenny. Jenny, you are a grown woman. But Jenny has said multiple times, and in this episode, she's never had a love like this for Sumit. Then it makes me sad for Jenny because, like, damn, this is the best love that you've had. But mind you, they've been together during this pandemic, locked down together, and they're still in love. A lot of people are broken up during the pandemic. Just saying. Some people can't be in close quarters together for a long period of time. Marsha says Jenny, Ellie, and Corey. Let's get into Corey. Thank you for the segue. Oh, I have so many thoughts on Corey and Evelin. So in this episode, Evelin still hates Corey. Evelin still hates Corey, understandably, because I'm starting to hate Corey too. Corey calls his family and is sad that his family is not going to come to the wedding. Remember, it's a pandemic. It's still a pandemic, and he wants them to fly down to Ecuador to a woman that they also feel like she hates you, and we kind of hate her. Remember, Evelin was in the States at one point, and they all were living together, and they couldn't stand her. Evelin's not the most likable person, honestly. I like her sisters more than I like her. And a lot of people have speculations on why she continues with this relationship. Is it because he's he helped buy the business that they have? Is he because he's paying half the bills? I don't know. They've gone through so many ups and downs this season. And shout out to production because they really kept this season interesting. And I can see where they've sort of tried to expand on these stories so that we have a full season. But Evelin and Corey, let this be their last season. I believe, first of all, they're married already. So we're going to see them do the formality of having a wedding. But Evelin, I don't blame Corey's family for not coming down. But Corey seems like he's very hurt that the family isn't coming. And Corey, it seems like everything hurts him. And people just like to run over Corey because Corey just gives off that energy. People will, like, he'll do whatever people will say. And that's not a good thing because people like Corey will be taken advantage of. And I'm not surprised that Corey's with someone like Evelin or Evelin, like you guys like to call her. You guys love to call her Evelin. Foxy says Corey pays for everything. I know. Cheryl says he's a simp and she's nasty. Damn, you guys just cold-blooded up in here. Gail says now Evelin don't want him. I don't know if Evelin doesn't want him. I think she does want him, but she's also this personality. I don't know what Evelin's been through, but she just has this very like standoffish personality. Like she's not very loving. It makes sense to me why the relationship kind of works because they're so opposite. But at the same time, I just can't imagine Corey living with this woman for so long. Like he's another one that does need to just go home. But I think he likes being in Ecuador, but he does need to learn Spanish. Like, why are you been in Ecuador for years? You should be fluent in Spanish at this point. You couldn't even put that sign to ask her to marry you in Spanish. Yeah, Viva says she gives trauma bond vibes. Mama says she thinks the show will bring someone better. Damn. Sonia says she picks a fight and acts miserable to make Corey pay money. Oh. She does seem like she causes drama when there doesn't need to be drama, and he just seems to kind of like puppy dog behind her. Corey, do better. I know you're watching these recaps. Do better, please. It's time. It's time to go home. Or if you don't go home, go to Argentina and be with Jenny. She seemed to really have a connection with you and really loved you. I got better vibes from her than I get from Evelyn. Evelyn. Anyways, let's move on. I feel like I've already talked way too much about them. Who do I want to talk about? We'll talk about them briefly. Okay, Armando and Kenny. Armando and Kenny are planning their wedding. We didn't get a lot of them this week because I think next week we're going to get the wedding. But of course, the issue of having kids is coming up, and of course, their wedding and being affectionate in their wedding because obviously they're going to kiss. But to me, the conversation that they were having is so relatable to anyone that is part of the LGBTQIA community. And then you're having a wedding and being in front of your family, and some of your family probably have never seen you be affectionate with someone like that. So I got what Armando was saying, but we also have to remember too, Kenny has been out and proud for many years at this point. So, and he's lived in a city and country that's a little bit more open than in Mexico. Well, this particular part of Mexico, because I know there are parts of Mexico that are a little bit more open. So I don't blame Armando for his concern, but I agree with Kenny. Is like, this is our wedding. He knows what it is at this point. If he has an issue, that's his issue. We need to be in the moment. This is our day. Let's enjoy our day. The conversation about kids is continuing to come up. I honestly believe, again, production wants to have a story for these guys because I remember last season with them, I was bored halfway through. I was like, all right, I'm bored. This season, though, they really created moments for us to be interested in what's going on with these couples. Armando and Kenny will get married next week. I don't believe Armando wants more kids at this point. He might want it in the future, but I don't think that's an immediate thing for him. I just had that feeling. Daisha says, wedding, coming out, and having a baby. They just now meeting each other's family. Yeah. Well, they also had that, distance situation. All of Kenny's kids are in Mexico for the wedding. The kids, I think the kids are sweet, but I do think the kids resent Armando for taking their dad away because I think the dad really was the central focus. He really supported everyone, probably emotionally and somewhat financially. And now he's not able to do that probably on the same level that they're used to. And I understand it. It doesn't make it wrong, but I understand it. It might be wrong in some people's eyes. Welcome to the membership, Mega Million or Megan Million. There we go. Cheryl says, what has Armando sacrificed? Who's paying for everything? Good question, because we don't see them work. I mean, I'm guessing Kenny, of course, is not working right now, but I wonder if he is doing something else. And we don't see, well, Armando has that business with his sister, but he's not there. And they're at least a few hours away from his hometown. So who knows? That's a good question. I have no idea. We always wonder how some of these people are making their money, but they're making their money from the show as well. And every place that they've stayed in Mexico, I'm like, this is fancy. This is fancy. Ozzy says it's Kenneth's savings. Well, Kenneth probably could live another 30 years. I hope he doesn't blast through his savings. Yui says his kids should be happy they get to have a place to stay in Mexico. I mean, good point. They'll be like, I'm gonna go to Mexico. Dad lives down there, but they're not viewing it like that, especially one of his other daughters where he was helping raise Cooper. So she feels, now everything's on her. But girl, you decided to have the kid. It's not really your dad's responsibility. But I understand every family dynamic is different and everyone's used to something different. But if it was my family, that kid would be my responsibility, period. Let me see. Gail says, Kenny got money. I need y'all to stop. Mama says, Kenny seems to have given a ton more up and can't have a sunset or a smooch. Mama, you got a point. Can Kenny get his sunset at the very least? He gave up a lot. But we also don't want Kenny to be resentful of Armando. And I think Armando is a little concerned that possibly that could happen. Yui says, yep, vacation home. I need to get to Mexico. I really do want to go to Mexico. But I don't want to go to the parts of Mexico that everyone else is going, like Cancun or Tulum. If you're from Mexico or if you've been to Mexico, what parts where I can go where it's not so touristy? Mama says resentment is coming. Yeah, Daisha says Kenneth's girls are daddy's girls. Yeah. Look, yeah. What can you do? Yeah, Emily says Mexico's beautiful. I've heard nothing but great things about Mexico and people going to Mexico. Look, I ain't got a lot of time, but don't trust and believe. In 2022, I might be going to Mexico. Ooh, 77 Cash says I'm going to mispronounce this. Isla Mujeres. I went and loved it. Wow. Note to self. 777 says it's the island of women. They even have underwater art statues. Okay, so I'm 777 Cash. That's what it means. I just my high school Spanish is kicking back in. That's what it means. I was about to say, like, that doesn't sound like it's for me, but this is a mess. I can't. Okay. Oh, everyone's coming with suggestions of where I should go to Mexico. What? Oh, Mexico is very dangerous. I lived there. You need to speak Spanish. I mean, so many people going to Mexico. Where isn't dangerous? Mexico City is amazing. Okay. Wait. Ixtapa, Monterrey? Let me see. Natasha says Mexico is not that safe. Look. You gave me a good laugh. That was so cute. And it was genuine. It was a genuine, like, wait a second. Guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. We have almost 150 people watching our TLC takeover. Let's get into the other couples. All right. So congratulations to Kenny and Armando. We'll see their wedding next week. Next week, we'll see their wedding. Okay, let's go to this couple. Oh, Alina and Steven with a V. Steven with a V. You know, I liked Steven in the beginning. Like the first 2 episodes, I liked Steven because he was quirky, he was weird, he gave me Mary Cosby vibes. Now I'm just over him. And it looks like Alina is kind of over him, but she's like, I want to get married. And Alina just seems like one of those people that no matter what, she is getting married. And she is determined. But I feel like Alina is sort of like his mother now, where she's sort of like, don't do that. Stop doing that. Keep your jacket on. I couldn't deal with that for forever. Alina just wants to get married. It looks like they're going to move forward with the marriage. Not sure, because I don't think that they actually get married. And if they did get married, I think they might be separated already. Because we hear that there were pictures of her in Greece, and then of course he's back here in the States. So I don't think they go through with the marriage. They went with the legality stuff. So I don't know. And Cheryl says, "Run, Alina, run." Oh, Alina. Alina's 20 though. The preview for next week. Why is Steven with a V walking around town? You remember we saw that one scene, and this is why we love TLC. A couple of episodes ago, Alina talking to the cats in the street. We had an entire scene of Alina just talking to stray cats. This is the TLC that we love. These are her friends. So Steven next week goes around with travelers and puts the cats in them. Poor cats probably think they're being kidnapped by Steven with a V. He's going to bring them to their wedding. Where is their wedding going to be? Is it going to be inside? Is it going to be outside? Like, where are the cats going to stay? Are the cats going to stay because they are stray cats? He had at least 4 or 5 of those cat carriers. Steven, where are you going with the cat carriers? I was concerned for Alina when she was, first of all, petting stray cats, but they looked fairly clean. But still, doesn't mean that they don't got something. Cheryl says Steven's collecting straight. Yes, these are her friends. They're going to be part of the wedding. What is wrong with Steven with a V? Exactly. Mama Allie says, do the cats have rabies? I don't know. Matthew said, meow. Oh my gosh. Mama B5 says she's trying to raise money for classes at BYU. Is she really? I don't know. Hold away. Ida says stray cats ain't that a group at the wedding. But Alina might be happy and think that this is romantic. But this is not far-fetched for Steven. I know a lot of people might think that Steven's doing this for TV. No, I really believe Steven with a V really thinks like this. We see his behavior throughout the season and we're like, what is wrong with this man? Venus says Steven with a V is nuts with an N. I can't with y'all. Come on. Griffith says he just looks like a cheater. I don't know why. It's the look on his face. We found out that he has, I guess, I don't know if we want to call it cheating, but there definitely has been him breaking his covenants for his religion as being a Mormon. So he's expecting Alina to do things that he hasn't done. He is a bit of a hypocrite. Viva says, I fell out when he announced he was going to poot at the table. Yuck. Yeah, that was like episode 1 or episode 2. But at least he stepped away. I know some nasty people that would poot sitting at a dinner table. And that's a whole other problem. Oh, Mama Ellie says, to get fleas on your wedding night. Yeah, I don't even think about that. Sonia says, something wrong with that boy. The fact that we see Steven with a V with the cat carriers, like 5 or 6 of them, because he's going to get Alina's friends that he's going to bring to the wedding. Sonia says, now he is touched. Yeah, we knew that though. We knew that already. Guys, don't forget, later tonight, I will be going live exclusively on my Twitter so we can make mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. So if you want this mashed potato recipe, that's not mine. It's not mine, but it's good because I've done it before. I've done it twice before. So good. Follow me on Twitter at TheKempire and Kempire Daily. We'll be live there exclusively tonight. I believe I'm aiming for 8:30 p.m. Eastern. But if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see it. Okay. And of course, if you're part of our texting community, you will get the text for the official time. So join our texting community at TheKempire.com. Shout out to our text community. We are growing our text community. And that's a place where you can drop me tea, we can get updates, we can get breaking news, all of that. And we can have conversations as well. Okay. Venus says, bless his heart. Venus, are you from the South? All right, guys. TikTok, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you all tapping the screens. We have over 1,200 likes on TikTok. We are live on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Thank you guys for being here. Wait, what was this? I found the SS. You want to see them. What do you mean the SS? Let me know. All right. Let's move on to the next couple because I'm over Alina and that couple. Oh God. All right, let's talk about Ariela and Binny. This couple. Oh, earlier today, Adam showed me pictures of Binny's first wife, who isn't that much cuter. If anything, they kind of remind me of each other, Ari and his ex-wife. The rumors are that he's officially back here in the States. Their storyline this last episode was that they were moving on with the K-1 visa process. She doesn't want to move back to Ethiopia because of everything that he did in Ethiopia. Next week, we see her do this drama. I don't know if I want to go to Ethiopia with you, even though the K-1 visa expert was saying, well, you should go with him to show support. It looks good. It helps with his K-1 visa process. But of course, always producing a moment, they're like, she's hesitant. She doesn't want to go to Ethiopia because of everything that he did while she was away for 2 months. Mind you, So much time has passed. They've been in Kenya for 2 months at this point that they're filming this last episode. Kenya looks beautiful. I need to go to Kenya. I need to go to every time they go to Kenya and they're showing us different parts of Kenya in these last couple of episodes. I'm like, oh, I want to go. Ari's mom has left. Ari's mom and dad, I believe, are the ones sponsoring Benny to come back to the US. I already told you my idea for Benny and what should transpire for his next chapter on 90 Day Fiancé. 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, but they're not married, right? So I'm guessing we'll see them on 90 Day Fiancé first because they're engaged. They're on the 90, he's on the K1 visa, and then he'll get married. So maybe, okay, we can make this all play out on 90 Day Fiancé. We don't need them on Happily Ever After producers. We don't need it. I don't want to see Ariela anymore. I still can't get over when her mom left her the first time and she was with him, and I never felt the love between these two. I really never did. I think she just ended up getting pregnant and they're just trying to make it work. But I've never felt the love. But when her mom left and she was with him and she completely turned into another person, and she was like, I don't want to be alone with you. Really, girl? You don't want to be alone with him? Have you seen Benny? I want to be alone with Benny. Benny's cute. I don't want to be alone with you. It was the choice of words that stood out to me. And I'm just sort of like, girl, you don't want to be alone with him. You just had a baby with him. Well, you were pregnant with a baby with him, for him. But she's been annoying throughout the seasons. And now this season, her being angry at Benny, like, I get it. I don't want people, traipsing through my house if I'm not here. I get that. But she makes it a bigger deal. She's like, we're going to go to Kenya. I don't want to go back to Ethiopia this week. They're working on his K1 visa. He pretty much says he doesn't want to go to the United States, but he'll do it to keep his family together. But I also think he thinks that this process is going to take long. So he's like, I have friends and family in Ethiopia. He loves his culture. He doesn't want to come to the United States. I know a lot of people think some of these, foreigners want to come to the United States. No, especially now. Just saying. Thank you so much, Tara. Hold on. What I missed? Hold on. Mama, you sent me something. Wait a second. I don't know if I'm able to check it because I don't have my iPad right here. Oh, wait, I can check it here. Never mind. I can check it here. You sent me something. Oh. Okay, hold on. This is why I love it, guys. So thank you so much, Mama, for the text. Guys, join our texting community so you can drop me tea there as well. So according to Screen Rant, in the meantime, Alina found a brand new way of making money. She started a fundraiser and asked people to support her financially to fulfill her dream to become a professional digital artist and earn a marketing degree. The 20-year-old TV star, we use star word too loosely nowadays. The 20-year-old TV star explained that leaving her university studies behind for her hypocrite boyfriend, Steven, was challenging and uncertain. Alina wants to raise $5,000 as of this writing. She has only brought in 2% of that amount. As Alina is new to the show and doesn't have a breakthrough number of 90 Day Fiancé supporters yet. Alina, if you don't go sit down. She's only 20 though, y'all. She's only 20. Thank you so much for sending me the information. Wow. She's asking. Look, speaking of asking for money, as you know, it is National Native American Heritage Month here in the United States. We are doing a fundraiser, not for me, for firstnations.org. More information will be available on some of our other videos. So be sure, if you can donate, we're trying to raise over $1,000. We do a fundraiser every single month here on the channel if we can. But next month, it's all about you guys. 12 Days of Christmas is coming to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel because those giveaways will be exclusive to subscribers. All right. Oh, at BYU, so they are married. So they do go through. With the wedding, but even so, look, that doesn't mean anything. We see what happened with Mike and Natalie. Natalie's in Florida. He's back in Washington, and now Natalie's on 90 Days of Single Life. Yes, it's really a GoFundMe. So many people are doing GoFundMe's nowadays, and look, some people are very legit, and some people you're like, I know. But we have done amazing things with our fundraisers here on the channel, and I appreciate everyone that has donated in the past, that supports and shares. Thank you. But let's move on. I'm over them. Ari and Binny, I'm over you guys too. We will see what happens next week with this couple. It is what it is. I think she will be going to Ethiopia, but she wants to make drama. Oh, I don't know if I want to go to Ethiopia because of everything that you did while over there. She's gonna go. I'm so like, I think after watching so much reality TV, I've become so desensitized to this drama. Someone's asking my pronouns. Hey, Terrell, my pronouns are he and him. Okay. Ellie and Victor. Ellie and Victor worked my last nerve this week. But I feel like their fight was real. He says that she's too focused on money and she's not worried about what went on with him during the Category 5 hurricane. And I do believe that that was traumatic. I do believe that. But in the real world, money is still a part of a relationship. That is still an important part that a lot of people do not discuss before getting married. And she's saying tourism is an important part of the business idea that we had. He should be listening to her because she has had a successful business in the United States. But he feels as if she's using the money over his head. He probably feels insecure. He's like, I'll give you back all the money, even though we know that he's not going to. He conveniently says that the engagement ring that he had for her swept away in the hurricane. So you didn't take all your valuables with you? I mean, I get it's a hurricane, but wouldn't you be like putting at least your valuables in something and taking it with you? I don't know. I don't believe him. Mama says, hold on. Mama B5 says, Ellie, go home. She needs someone more in touch with sensitive side. Ellie, look, the first episode of this season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, I loved it because it was so dramatic. It was so dramatic. And we started with Ellie's story. And I liked Ellie from the beginning. I still like Ellie. But Ellie's making bad choices. Ellie has been through so much. She lost her husband to an accidental overdose. And then she lost her parents. She's had a lot of loss. And then she almost thought she lost this man that she loves. It's like, come on. We hear she's back in Washington. I hope that she is. I hope she's not trying to bring him here to the States. He cheated on her. She found out. Even his explanation of the relationship and how it was all about this other lady really wanted him and his braided beard. That braided beard is looking real. I don't know am I frozen, guys? Let me know if I'm frozen on your side. I'm fine on my side. Everything looks good on my side. Nora says, Ellie, go home, back to your business and the friends who love you. And that's one of the things. Thank you, Nora, for reminding me. I loved Ellie's friends because if anything, Ellie has lost love in her life. She's lost family in her life, but she has such great friends that love and support her. I'm glad to hear that she's back home because I just feel as if Victor would cheat on her again. I don't feel like the relationship would work out. They got into a serious fight when she's trying to talk about money. And I don't think what she was saying was terrible. I get him being insecure because she is the one with the money. But this whole proposal with a shell, that was cute. But okay. But when they did the zoom away from the beach, and then you see what the devastation of the hurricane and all the down palm trees, I said, oh man. They really went through a Category 5 hurricane. If you Google it about Providencia, they lost like 98% of the island. So, I mean, that was real, and I bet that was traumatic for Victor. But I'm actually shocked that Ellie even went, because that would have been a perfect excuse for me not to go. But I guess if you're in love and you're really trying to make this happen, you're going to go. But that would have been a perfect excuse. But I wouldn't be surprised if the producers, allegedly, because we've heard them do this before, allegedly, we have to go down. We have to go down. Because me, I'm like, there was a Category 5 hurricane and it's a pandemic. I'm not going anywhere. But she signed a contract to be on the show. He would be in my phone the entire season. Oh, you're okay? Okay. And then maybe I would go to Providencia. But I would be on the mainland. I don't know if I would be in Providencia. I still feel sorry for the people of Providencia, though. I don't, when things like that happen to an island like that, they're almost like never the same. If anything, it takes years for them to get back to where they used to be. We saw that when we did the fundraiser for Haiti. They're still not back. So, Lord. Guys, don't forget to hydrate. Because I know I love my coldest water bottle. More details on how you can get your coldest water bottle. No, I'm not going to do a little commercial. You already saw the commercial from earlier. Mama says she has no trust in him, so it's pointless to continue. She's always going to hold that resentment. I agree. Gail says, Ellie, don't believe him at all. Foxy says, Ellie, please go home. He's not into you. Just your money. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, Ellie. Based on what we're hearing, Ellie is back home flipping pizzas. So I'm hoping Ellie was like, hold on to the business. Let's see how everything goes. If I don't come back within a certain period of time, you can buy the rest of the business. I'm hoping that's what she's done. I need to go to Washington so I can have some Ellie's pizza. Y'all know I love me some pizza. Pizza might be for dinner tonight. Okay, sidebar. Speaking of tonight, guys, don't forget I will be going live exclusively on my Twitter at TheKempire and at Kempire Daily. We're going to make some mashed potatoes because it is Thanksgiving. It's not my recipe, but it's a fantastic recipe that I'm going to share with you guys. So get your pen and paper ready. We'll be going live later tonight. Be sure to follow me there. And if you're not a part of our Texan community, the number is scrolling across your screen. TikTok, you can head on over to TextKempire.com. Join our Texan community there so you can be a part of that conversation. I appreciate you all being here. Cheryl says, I live in Washington. I don't know where in Washington Ellie is, but I'm sure we can find out because I'm sure it's previewed under her profile. We might need you to go there and try the pizza and then report back. But I really want to go to Washington too. I've always heard really great things about Washington. Mama Alice says, pizza and mashed potatoes? No. I'm not going to eat the mashed potatoes tonight. I'm making it in advance of Thanksgiving, which is on Thursday, which is not that far ahead. I may have mashed potatoes tomorrow. I might have it for lunch. The mashed potatoes are delicious. Delicious. And we're going to make it together. You're going to see me haphazardly in my kitchen trying to make mashed potatoes. Just saying. Allie says, I grew up in Washington. Oh, she's in Seattle. And I've heard great things about Seattle. At some point, I'll make it to Washington. We shall see. And the state of Washington, not Washington, D.C. I'll make it to the DMV very soon, y'all. Guys, I want to thank everyone that was a part of the conversation in the live chat. If you're watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts on each of the couples in the comment section. As always, don't forget to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Again, follow me on all my social media so you don't miss out on exclusive content. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my podcast, Kempire Radio, which is available on all major podcast platforms. Mama Alice says, mashed potatoes for every meal. Cheryl says, come to Washington and we'll go together. Okay. And we're like, Ellie, what's going on? She should hook up with Mike. And that might work. I just don't know about Mike in Washington. We shall see. You never know. These TLC 90 Day Fiance people, we're seeing it on 90 Days Single Life. Some former castmates get together. So you never know. You never know. Again, guys, we have over almost 200 people watching. Be sure to like the video. Again, it's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Subscribe to the channel because, as always, you're getting daily and consistent content in hot topics, music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Thank you all for being here. I will see you later. I can't believe I've talked about these couples for over an hour. Who knew? I appreciate you all being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And wait, before I go, I'm so glad I didn't go anywhere. Thank you, Dr. Payne Nestor, for the super chat. She says, shimmy, please. Ha ha ha. Love your show. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Appreciate you guys. And thank you to everyone that sends in Cash Apps, PayPals, Venmos. I normally don't see until after the live, but I do want to say thank you for supporting the channel. Again, thank you to Dr. Payne for the super chat. I appreciate you all being here. Let's get out of here with some music.